I'm Batman, CEO at Starseed. I'm joined up here by two wonderful team members, our Chief Operating Officer, Razor, and one of our community managers, Troubadour, who's going to be helping us field questions. I don't know if you wanted to introduce yourselves or not, but I guess you can do that now.
Howdy, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. My name is VonRayzor. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Starseed and avid power user of Starseed Command.
And I am Trader or Troubadour, and I'm the community manager slash Telegram manager for Starseed, and I am also an avid user of Starseed Command.
All right, awesome, awesome. So I think first we need to give a huge, heartfelt thank you again to all our supporters. As many of you may know, we did launch our token Seed on the Belief platform, and we have been absolutely happy with the outpouring of support that we've had so far. And we are very excited for what's to come for the Starseed platform and the token itself. But the reason we wanted to do this is really to show off the Starseed platform and show you how powerful Starseed Command is. So we're going to be doing a live tech demo here, showing you all its features, and hopefully you will like what you see. And I need to preface and say that we will be likely jumping into some positions. So nothing on this stream should really be construed as financial advice. So with that being said, I think we can get started, Razor, and really dive into what LPing is and what providing liquidity is. So here, uh, on Solana and like any of these crypto platforms, you need something called liquidity in order to trade your token. So stuff like the Trump token, stuff like Uranus, Jupiter, anything, you need liquidity on the blockchain in order to facilitate trades. And there are many platforms that you can use to do that. So you can do it on Meteora, Radium, Orca, even PumpSwap has their own that I'm sure many of you traders are familiar with. But there are a lot of platforms that you can use in order to provide LP. And one of the greatest benefits of providing LP is that you get to earn fees on that. So essentially, you're making your bags work for you and earning a little bonus on top of just holding your tokens. And there are different ways to provide it. We have hyper focused with Starseed Command on a particular technology called the DLMM technology that was made by Meteora. And that's the dynamic liquidity market maker, is what it stands for. And that's different from your typical CMM or concentrated market maker that you would see on something like Radium. Um, Here, you can provide really concentrated liquidity in a tight range, and that earns you more fees than your typical LPs out there. And that's why we really centered around that because it creates this more we think fun environment for providing LP. It's way more exciting. You get more fees, and you're also helping support the chart by providing liquidity at times where there's high stress and high volume. So you want to have low slippage trades and stuff like DLMMing can help you facilitate that. Was there anything else that I should add, Razor?
I think that's the real beauty about why we've created Starseed Command around DLMMs is that we want to make it a platform that is really good at DLMMing because there's a lot of great opportunities to earn excellent fees through DLMMing, but there's also a lot of information and resources, and processes that you need to juggle in order to execute these positions and open your positions and close them in a way that helps you achieve maximum performance. So that's why we made Starseed Command. And I think now we can kind of transition to showing off the website and how it succeeds in that mission.
Yeah, well said, well said. So right now we are on Starseed Command, specifically the dashboard. Um, here I have a layout that I use when I'm DLMMing, but I'm going to go ahead and delete everything. It's really easy to swap around our widgets. So I just click this little button here. We're going to delete everything and start with a blank canvas. So you guys can easily orient yourself to our platform. So when you connect your wallet to it, you will be met with this blank dashboard here. So you can go ahead and add your widgets, or what might be easier for most users is they can just go to the layout and reset to the default layout. And then you have a simple and very easy to use interface that you can play around with and change to your liking. Or you can just go with this and go from there. Me personally, I have my own layout, and that's called the DLMM God. And that just brings out some different scanners here and the DLMM pool opener in a bigger window that I like. So I think we can go ahead and maybe open up a position if that sounds good, and show you just how easy it is to do that on our platform. So what I like to do is I like to find high volume pairs in short time frames, and that allows me to really hone in on areas of high volume that could potentially generate a lot of fees. So for that, the widget I like to use is a Jupyter Pro top traded widget. And this is just making use of Jupyter Pro. But instead of going to the website, you can do that right here in our dashboard. So you have everything in one view, which is amazing for position management. So I'm going to be on the 5-minute time frame. But of course, if you want different time frames here, you can select them. I prefer 5-minute because, like I said, I want quick volume in short time frames. So let's go down here and see what is good. As you can see, there are a lot of things that are trading fairly well right now with 5-minute volume. Market is pretty hot, I would say. I think I will go with Uranus here, just because I was launched on the Jupyter Launchpad, as maybe quite a few people in the audience will have seen on their timeline. So I think this will do fairly well. So I'm going to go ahead and move it over to the chart. And we've made it easy for you, very easy click interfaces. So what you can do is just click the little chart button here, and it will automatically move that over to the chart here. And our charting system that we use is GMGN. And I have a specific study on here too. I use the volume profile with the visible range. I find that pretty useful for assessing volume and making a better case for the price action at any given time. And just a quick overview of this. This little red line that you might see here is called the point of control. And it's usually the area of high volume on whatever time frame you're looking at. And that's typically where it might like consolidate around or gravitate towards or have like a support or resistance around that area. So opening a DLMM around a point of control is something I like to do typically, especially with these higher market cap, higher volume pairs. So let's go ahead and open up a position there. So I'm just going to go over here and copy the address. And then I'm going to go over to our DLMM pools widget here. And I just paste it here. And it will pull up every single DLMM pair that exists for Uranus. So you got Uranus Sol, Uranus Shitcoin, Uranus USDC, and these are all pools that exist on Meteora. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And then you will see another dropdown with all the potential options for that specific pair, in this case, Uranus Sol. And with something that's as high a market cap as this, you typically want to go into lower bin step, lower fees, just because you need to try and be competitive with a lot of these other swaps out there. So something like Radium, I believe it's charging at around like a 1% fee or so. So yeah, it would be great to go into a 5% fee and generate 5% on every swap, but you just won't get any volume there. It's very rare unless you go in with an insane amount of capital, which not a lot of people will do. So going into something like a low fee low bin step pool is pretty good for this type of stuff. So here we can go into this 100 bin step, 2% fee pool. So let's go ahead and click that. And then here you'll have different options that you can select. So you can do soul sided, which is what I prefer, or you can do token sided, in this case, Uranus, or you can also do double sided. So you'll be going with Uranus and soul. So I'm just going to go ahead with soul sided, and I will throw in 5 soul into this pool here. So we just hit next. And then on this step, you can pick one of 3 strategies. So you got the spot, you got the curve, and you got the bid ask. Each one of these, they have their own different risk profiles. Something like spot and bid ask is great if you're kind of getting into LPing and opening the DLMMs. Curve, I think, is a bit more advanced just because with this specific strategy, you are allocating a lot more capital at whatever the current price is when you're opening this. So that means if it does work against you, especially on low market cap meme coins that move very quickly, you are going to have the highest cost basis for that token. So if it doesn't go back up, you can kind of like wreck yourself pretty bad if you go with the curve. So this is something I like to say is a high risk, high reward type play. That's really good for those that are a bit more seasoned with LPing. Bid ask is the opposite of curve. So you're putting less capital next to the current price and more capital towards the end of your price range. And that's fantastic if you want to capture the downside movement on a token and kind of DC into it better. And spot is more just like a linear distribution, which is also pretty good. But me, I'm a curve guy. I like to take on that risk for fee maximization. So we'll go ahead with curve. And then the minimum price deviation percent, or the min price deviation percent, is what we have it at, is different for every kind of bin step. In this case, it's basically just the current price of the token minus, like, say we do 10%, right, for the minimum price deviation. So it'll be the current price minus 10%, and that will be our range. So if we go back to the chart here, this will be a fantastic way to visualize what kind of movement we can capture here. The current price is right here. And if we capture 10%, I might do a little more than 10%, but if we do 10%, we will capture this drawdown right here. So essentially in this range, we will be providing liquidity from here all the way down to here. So that the 5 soul that I put in will be active in this range. So as long as we trade around here, whatever swap goes through our Meteora pool and position will earn us a certain percent of fees. So I'm going to go ahead and do about 10% here. We're going to do the minimum price of that. Slippage, I just keep it at 1%. Hopefully it goes through. And then we're going to go ahead next. And this is just the confirmation. And then we're going to go ahead and create the position. I'm going to go ahead and approve it. And yes, position created. Perfect. And then eventually it will populate here on our LP positions, which is our real-time tracker. I currently have a position open right now in useless. This was supposed to be a multi-day runner, so it's one that I'm going to leave for a while. So here, the Uranus position opened here. So now it'll be tracking it in real time. It's also tracking the full portfolio value that I have here. So all the fees that I've claimed, all the fees that are unclaimed, and the current value. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and manage this position here. So I can go ahead and click it. And you're going to be met with a few options. So you've got the claim all, clip all, compound all, and close all. So we can go through them right now. So for the claim all, what this will do is it'll just claim all your fees here. And in fact, you can select multiple pools that you're in and claim all the fees at once, which is an amazing feature, especially for those of us that enter like 5+ positions. It's hard to manage all of them, but with this, you can just claim everything very easily. So You've got that claim all. The clip all is one of my favorite features, especially when you're doing low market cap, high volume pairs, and you need to get in and out of these things very, very quickly. So we can go ahead and expand that. You've got the swap to USDC and the swap to Sol. So what this will do is if you select one of these, it will automatically claim your fees and dump them while also dumping the position. So it would dump the Uranus fees that we earned. It'll dump the Uranus token that's in this pool, and it'll convert it all to Sol, which is absolutely fantastic for a fast moving token that's selling off or pumped out of range and you want to get out on a pump very quickly. Compound all will just take all your fees and put it back into your position. So theoretically, if it's in a position that's consolidating or something, that can be fantastic, just because it increases your fees earned in that little range. And then we have further analyses here. So if you click this, little drop down on the position, you can see that I have earned, or sorry, I have that much liquidity. That's a current liquidity right now. Of course, the token is going down, and as it's going down, I'm earning fees on it, which is fantastic. That's what we want. We want to earn those fees. And here's a little visualizer saying that, yep, it's in range. Currently on this liquidity distribution, which is a curve, as you can tell by the downwards angle, it's about right here on that curve. So it's in the area where I've provided a lot of liquidity, because with the curve, like I said, you provide most liquidity next to the current price, which is down here on the right side. So that's what it's looking like right now. 11.8 fees, perfect. I'm happy with that. I'm just going to leave this open. The one thing is, you will notice that this is red, and so is Uranus. We do something that's pretty cool is we show you the IL on your position, which is super useful. So so for example, with impermanent loss.
What is IL?
Yeah, so for impermanent loss, where you can have Uranus going up, right? Or you can be consolidating and you're earning fees here. And you will think that you're actually on top, but with impermanent loss, Sol can be losing value. So the position of your value, despite it maybe staying the same, you're actually losing value on it. So right now, despite earning $15 in fees, thanks to impermanent loss with Sol going down and being volatile, I'm actually losing more than what it says right here. And I think Uranus is a good example of that. I think I entered this position when Sol was around like 150 something, and Sol is trading at what, like 146, 145 last I check. Actually, let me check Starseed right now. Yeah, Sol is trading at like 146. So I mean, I've lost about $4 entering at 150, and we kind of show you that IL here of an $80 loss. So
It makes
that
for a very interesting kind of like representation of impermanent loss, because often we think about these token pairings in terms of, oh, it's the price of the token that's changing, and that's what's creating the impermanent loss. But here with like Starseed Command in the LP positions, like it's monitoring your entire profit and loss, including when the price of Solana fluctuates. If you scroll down in like your LP positions widget just a little bit so that you can see the bars, like you can see that Batman's like technically at a loss in his position, but he's entirely Sol-sided right now. So all that value that he put up in initial liquidity is still the exact same in terms of absolute Sol.
Yep. Yeah, because I put in
you're
20
able to,
Sol into this, and it's still 20 Sol. It's just the IL right now is taking me down.
yeah. So that's one interesting way that you're able to kind of monitor your entire slate of portfolio holdings, whether they're just tokens inside your wallet or they're in active, long, multi-day positions.
Yeah, no, agreed. It's super useful. But of course, like many people in the Solana ecosystem, we subscribe to the mantra that one soul is one soul. So really, is there anything such as IO? I wonder. But yeah, That's our position viewer, and our DLMM opener, and you can see it's like very useful, right? Like we have everything here on one screen. I didn't have to actually leave Starseed Command once in order to do all of this stuff. Everything's just right here for you. And we can open up any chart we want. We can look at any of that. I even had to reference the soul price, and I could do that right here with our multi-tab system on our charts. Is there anything else that you think I should showcase, Razor, or any other things that you wanted to mention regarding the process of finding or opening good DLMMs through Starseed?
So while you're also simultaneously trading Uranus, I've also opened a position, and right now something I'm doing is I'm actually gonna be compounding my fees because I feel like we're getting closer to the bottom of that the edge of that zone of control or that volume range. So I've just compounded my fees actually, which takes the unclaimed fees and puts them back into the position.
That is
And
a
again,
great
that's
idea. Yeah, no, I think I will join you on that and showcase that. So I'll just go ahead, make sure I don't have useless selected because I don't want to compound that one specifically. Oh, look at that. We're up 53 on this bad boy. Oh boy, we are getting fees. Yeah, see, it's going through my range. So with the curve, it's fantastic, especially if you open it around the point of control. So if you remember the chart right earlier, the point of control here for this specific volume that we're looking at is around here. So this is around where I opened the DLMM on a curve, which means my highest concentration of liquidity is literally around the point of control or the area of highest volume. So if it can consolidate there where I've really concentrated my capital, oh boy, the fees are going to be glorious. Maybe I should, instead of compounding this, should I just close it for a scalp?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully it's pumped up to the upside. So we're going to go ahead and close the position, or should I clip it?
I think you should close it.
Close it. Okay, yeah, close it.
Yep. Don't hit close all.
Oh, yep. Okay, there we go. Let's close that. All right, perfecto. So that's awesome. I just closed it. So let's review the P&L for that. Hopefully we made 10 Ds. It's loading right now. Or maybe it doesn't want to.
Takes sometimes for it to load. This happens on many platforms. So yeah, you might just have to refresh the page.
Yeah, no fault of our own. Sometimes the Meteora API can hang a bit, but that's fine.
We can check back in on that P&L in a moment.
Yep. But that's how easy it is to close it. And of course, I didn't use the clip it feature this time. So I think I might be holding on to some tokens that I may not want. Sorry, Uranus community, but I think I want to dump on you. So here, we're using our new Jupiter swap widget. So I am going to click that, and I'm just going to sell that for Sol. And you can do that easily right within our platform. So yeah, there we go.
Dumping on what?
Dumping that Uranus. So there we go. Got 1.67 worth of Sol, which is perfect. And you know what? Since we earned those fees on Starseed Stream, I think it's only fair that we toss it into our seed token for the long hold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go do that. Let's buy some seed up right now. Bam. Easy as that. Very easy to buy and sell tokens on our platform. Everything's right here. Once again, didn't have to get off of Starseed once. So there we go. We can swap more if we want to. But yeah, no, that's the platform. Anything else you think I should show off? That was a brilliant idea to showcase the closing position. And
yeah, I think I got my my P&L, my think I got my P&L card loaded now, so I think yours should be working just fine.
Oh yeah, let me
Refresh the page again.
yeah, let me go ahead and do that.
I think that's going to be, I think that was a very successful, quick scalp of a trade. I know you've got that useless position open. Do you have anything else open right now? Do you have any perpetuals open by chance?
That is a very good question. I will come to that. I just want to show off this P&L. So yeah, we made 5.66% on stream. That is pretty awesome. I will take that win. And of course, we have a lot of cool things here. We got different styles of P&L cards that you can have, and you can share them. And they look amazing, we think. So yeah, go ahead, use our platform, share your P&L cards. We'll retweet some epic ones if they pop up, of course. We love seeing P&Ls. So yeah, you said you wanted to see the perps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Definitely.
actually, I don't have a perp dashboard set up, so I think I'll do that live on stream. Show you how easy it is to go ahead and create your own dashboard from scratch.
So right now, what we're talking about right here is that Batman wants to go and create a new dashboard to really monitor all of his portfolio holdings between LP positions, between perpetuals, between
Mhm.
token holdings, and he can really assemble this dashboard in a flash using Starseed. So what are you going to start with?
So yeah, I think I love having the price chart, of course. Can't not have it. So that was as easy as me clicking on add widget here and clicking on price chart. And we've made it easy. So you can easily just resize this just by clicking and dragging. So there we go. Chart ready. Next up, I think I want to have the, let's see, the Jupiter swap, just in case. And then I like to have the token holdings up here. I'm going to move it down here. So I like to see what's in my wallet, see what tokens I have. Of course, we see Sol. We got LP Sol for the LP army. Shout out to them. Cool group from Meteora. Got our seed tokens, of course. Can't be without it. Next up, I want to add in the LP positions. This will be a good one to have, just so it's a nice little portfolio viewer. Like I said, very easy to drag stuff around. I'm going to keep that down there. And most importantly, what we want to do is we want to show you that you can track your portfolio very easily here. And a lot of people that trade are also doing stuff like perpetuals or perps. And they do this on stuff like Jupiter. So what we have here is our perp position widget that tracks your P&Ls on open perps on Jupiter. So I like this layout actually for a account overview of all the things you have open. So LP positions, perps, and I'm just going to go ahead and save this because I don't want to keep redoing this every time. So I'll just go to layouts and I'm going to call this account viewer and I'm just going to save that. And here we can easily switch between them by clicking layout. So we want to go back to DLMMing. Easy. It just populates that. I want to go back to the account viewer, see what's happening in a better view. Bam. Click that, and it loads instantly. And I think that is probably one of the biggest selling points here is that you can have a custom interface for whatever you want to do. DLMMing, easy. You got it here. You want to do something that's more meme coin central and you don't want to partake in LPs and all that, perfect. You can have the chart. You can have stuff like the new token screener, and you can have the swap open, and you can trade that way. You can even have the Jupiter Pro trade top traded open, so you can capture those high volume tokens for quick scalps. But it's a very powerful tool. We give you a lot of fidelity here to do what you want to do and build what you want to build with that fits your trading style perfectly. Anything else?
And And I was just going to add, like, if you are using Starseed Command and you're realizing, gee, I myself, as I'm embracing and exploring the Solana ecosystem, am having to go to a lot of different other websites, and I have an idea for a widget that I'd like to have on my dashboard, please reach out to us. Please out to us on X, reach out to us in our Discord and say, could you do a widget that does this or that? And we can certainly take a look at that and see if we're able to add those extra features. In a lot of cases, there's some things we can't do, but in a lot of cases, it's relatively easy for us to expand our portfolio of widgets. So please reach out to us if you have ideas for expanded functionality, because we want to make Starseed Command like your one-stop shop for trading on Solana. And it's good for us to know what you do and what you want to do.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think to expand on that, you don't even have to just be a user. If you're a builder in the space, or if you're another project and you have an idea to integrate one of your features or some type of scanner you build, reach out to us. Like maybe we could do some sort of partnership with you, right? And really take everything to the next level, because ultimately what we want to do as builders, right, is further the ecosystem and help traders reach their maximum potential. So yeah, if you want to partner with us and you want us to you want to have like your project as a widget on us, if it's something good, like we'll look at it, we'll see what we can do. Um, but yeah, anything else you think we should add?
No, well, I think yesterday, Batman, we had an exciting announcement where we released a new development update,
Yep.
and that's for one of the hottest new LP management tools that Meteora has released this year, and that's with their damn V2s. So we've now got a widget
Yes.
for that too on Starseed. If you want to show
Yeah.
that off.
So that is down here right now. You should see the DAM V2 star scanner. We call it the star scanner because I'll show you in a bit what that means. But here you have a full list of hot dams that you can go into right now. And then we have a new filter on here that really narrows it down to really hot dams that you can go into. So if you do the stars only and then expand it, you still have the same options. Like, yeah, you can open the chart here, but these will be high volume pairs in their dam offering that you can enter that will hopefully generate a decent amount of fees. And the dam in general, I think, is really good, especially with a low market cap tickers. And you can usually buy in with a very small amount and make an insane amount of X's. And the Meteor ecosystem, they're really, really cool plays. Like I think the greatest one, or one of the greatest ones I've seen, was from a Hashirama. Um, and he put in a very small buy into a token, and thanks to DAM, you earn so much in fees in the beginning thanks to the DAM fee scheduler. And basically, with the DAM fee scheduler, the early buys are taxed at a higher rate, which means more fees go into the pool. And he made an insanely big win on stuff like that. And you'll see that a lot where people put in like 0.101 to 0.05 SOL, and they're coming out with like a 200 or 300% plus gain on that, which is absolutely fantastic for small accounts. But yeah,
Yeah.
so
It is something too, though. Like you get to see those like really insane returns, but that doesn't happen with every single token, right? And oftentimes, like you've got to be able to spread out the funds you're going to put into dams between a lot of different token pairings. I know a lot of people right now, as they're trying to find what's going to be the next hyped token right after launch. They might be spreading out funds of like 0.05 or 0.025 SOL between allocating that to each of 50 different positions. Because you never know which of these tokens are going to take off, and a lot of them, like some of them, might reach those unprecedented heights, but like a lot of them, they'll behave as normal new launches do, and you know how that goes.
yeah, of course, of course. Um, But yeah, that's the damn V2 scanner, and of course, we're still integrating this completely. But for now, if you just click on this little Meteora link, it'll just take you to the actual pool here, and then you can go ahead and add liquidity. But yeah, we've made that simple enough. Of course, if you want to do the swaps, you can do the swap here and then go to Meteora and add the liquidity. But we've made it this nice little intuitive interface, and we're always iterating on stuff. So if there are issues with it, or if anyone has any ideas to improve it, we usually look into that stuff and fix it very quickly. So everything here, we iterate very quickly at Starseed. That's just how we roll. Always have been doing that. So it's kind of second nature to us to iterate on the fly. And of course, this is just the beginning for Starseed. As you may have heard in previous spaces or seen us talk on Discord, like we have so much planned for this. And you're going to see in the coming days and weeks just what we release. A lot of these are going to be game changers in the space, we think, and stuff that really hasn't been done yet in terms of being easy or making it very easy for users to get into LPing and DLMMing, especially at a vital point where you have stuff like Meteora and Met points, right? That's going to be really hot. I think Meteor is going to be one of the biggest protocols on Solana in terms of having this epic airdrop. So we're going to have tools that can essentially help you be a better LPer and get like maximum points there too. So maximize fees, maximize points. It's a win-win. And as we do that, we want to tie in utility for our token into our platform, right? To increase the value of seed. So with some of the future widget releases, we will have a more enhanced version of those widgets for token holders. So be on the lookout for that. The utility for this token will actually be quite immense down the line.
Yeah, something that'll be really helpful and powerful for especially some of our most significant power users in the ecosystem too. That'll be something that's helpful to increase your performance, get you more access, and be able to like execute quicker on your trading strategies.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I guess the one thing that could actually help right now, we have quite a few viewers. If you could go over to Jupiter, and I think we can post a link everywhere, is we need to get verified by Jupiter. And the process for that is really just liking it on our Jupiter page. That would be super helpful to us. We'd really appreciate it. We know we have a lot of awesome members in our community. So if you could go and do us that small little solid, that would be absolutely epic. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for the overview of our platform. I guess we can kind of give a little teaser as to what's going to come next, right, Razor?
Yeah, so we'll be releasing our full roadmap for the Starseed project in the coming days. We're just finalizing some details of the scope of work we want to complete and make sure we have set the proper expectations. But our team's very committed and working aggressively to iterate and improve on the platform and release new features. So you can definitely expect a very intense July packed full of updates and as well as other work that will be continuing through the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So exciting roadmap will be coming soon. We hope to release some new tech or reintroduce some new tech to Starseed.
Ooh.
So if you're one of the original OG Starseed users from back when we launched in January this year, you'll have a sense of what I'm talking about. But yeah, new exciting tech coming back to Starseed into Starseed Command sometime next week.
Ooh, that's going to be exciting. I also think that's also one of the many game changer updates or upgrades that we're going to have for Starseed Command in terms of onboarding users, not only to Starseed, but the LPing ecosystem as a whole. So that's going to be exciting to see how that rolls out.
Absolutely. I definitely love seeing all the new users come into our Discord
Mm-hmm.
community, asking questions, being interested in LPing, but not sure where to begin. And we're happy to be a resource and connect you with resources. But
Mhm.
coming soon back to Starseed Command, you'll have a greater library of content to help you on your journey.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to also introduce the notion that we are going to be working on an educational arm at Starseed, where we're going to have deep dives not only into our own platform, but really providing liquidity and trading using our platform, which I think will be very helpful for not only onboarding users, but a lot of users in the space that are just new to everything in this ecosystem. Because as great as Meteora and DLMMing is, it's still, I think, fairly new to a lot of users in this space that are just finding out about it now. So that's going to be very exciting. You're going to be seeing a lot of videos about that type of stuff. We're going to be doing these types of streams regularly, I think, where either one of us or a few of us will come up on stage and do these streams on X, Discord. Maybe we'll add other platforms as well down the line and stream it everywhere. But if it's helpful for people like we think it would be, we're happy doing these just to give you even progress updates, just so we can really get to know this community and you get to know us more intimately as well as you join us for this amazing ride through the stars. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it, Razor, unless there's something you have to add, or Troubadour, if there are any questions that you want to field to us, or if anyone wants to come up on stage right now to chat with us. Um, of course, for those people that are on X right now, we are streaming this in our Discord server on a stage. So if you join our Discord, you can hop into the audience there and pop onto stage if you wanted to have a discussion or have any questions. We'll leave that open right now for a couple of minutes, but if not, then I think we might be good to end things shortly.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great way to wrap up. In recap, we're definitely very excited about Starseed Command. We hope that you're able to use it as a platform to help you in Solana, in DLMMing, and more. If you are interested in learning about DLMMing, feel free to pop into our community and ask questions, use the platform. And if you're a partner, if you're not working on another project and have ideas for widgets that you'd like to help us integrate into Starseed, definitely reach out to us in our DMs and we can start a conversation from there. Otherwise, check out the link that we'll be sharing around to like Starseed, the seed token on Jupiter, so that we can get verified. That'll help us as we continue in our journeys as a project. And yeah, expect more updates in the coming days. As soon as next week, our roadmap and our next set of features will be coming soon.
All right, awesome. I look forward to all of that. I look forward to doing more of these and going over all those updates in the near future. So I guess with that, we are going to go ahead and end the stream and sign off. I just want to give again a thank you to everyone that was here, that joined us both on Discord and Twitter. Absolutely fantastic community. We love you guys so much. The support, like I said, insane. Loving all the questions and the discourse that's happening on our servers. And we're really, really happy to have everyone here along for the ride. So with that, I'm going to end it here. But of course, like I said before, we're usually perpetually online, so you can talk to us on stuff like Discord, Twitter, anywhere. Like, just reach out to us. We'll get back to you very quickly. All right. So with that, we'll see you around.
Thanks, everyone.